Do you think that the election process entirely was credible?
No, to me, I was thinking to a large extent it was, but with what has happened in my terrain, I think it's not.
Oh.
I am still challenging that of Minchika. But the one that was cancelled, what is the rationale of bringing it back?
Minchika, Madagali, these are the areas Minchika, that are the governors.
The governor is from Madagali.
Yeah.
I'm from Minchika.
Yeah.
What happened in Jigalambu ward, polling unit 009 and 003, I was involved, I went there, it was cancelled. Our figures was mutilated. Our figures was mutilated.
Sometimes you do not want to laugh, but you can't just stop. You can't just stop it. It was Harold Wilson, British statesman and politician, Harold Wilson, that said that he who rejects change is an architect of decay. The only human institution, right, that rejects change is the cemetery. The only human institution where change is almost like a lifestyle, where it's normal for change not to come, for people not to implement change, is the cemetery. Coincidentally, Harold Wilson of the Labour Party in the United Kingdom served as British Prime Minister on two occasions, twice, 1964 to 1970, 1974 to 1976, yes, and then coincidentally of the Labour Party. But Francis Bacon made it very clear and quite simpler and even more practical. He said that he who will not apply new remedies, right, will accept new evils. Again, he who does not accept new ways of change, new ways of doing things, new solutions to long-lasting problems, will begin to accept, invite new evils. What the APC has done to our polity, to our democracy, to our nation, is because they have refused to accept change as a constant element. Like what the change that Ebele Jonathan brought in 2015 when he accepted that he lost the election and stepped down. APC has forced themselves on earth. The dangers of that, you are not seeing evils. Even in environment where elections used to be free and fair, people will go home. They are seeing reactions and rejections. This is the why you see that in Rivers State, the APC gubernatorial candidate Toye Cole is on the head of INEC. He says he wants to also, what Peter B is requesting for in the presidential election, he's requesting for it. He wants to preview. He wants to do forensic analysis on all the electoral materials. You know why? The APC wanted presidency at all costs, and so by that they allowed a lot of other people who were highest bidders to penetrate INEC, and then so many things got bad. Look at for Rivers, for example. We know, as much as I believe so much that Wike has done a couple of things, we knew that the people of Rivers most likely wanted a new dimension of leadership for several reasons. But you see, because the APC has allowed, the INEC has allowed the APC to penetrate in his quarters for the presidential election, also Wike and a few other persons were able to also manipulate their way in getting what Rivers got. Look at that woman you are hearing now, is a federal lawmaker representing Adamawa State. Look at it. What is different from what this woman has said now to what we have been saying about the presidential election? See, the Bible even said that he who breaks the edge, serpent shall bite. Do you know what the APC does? They allow certain elements. They removed shame. They removed democracy in view and went on to usurp the common understanding of people, the good, the interest, the hope of Nigerians, and then to having their way to becoming, to electing their own candidate as president at all costs, right? In that way, they also gave rise to INEC to be able to allow certain nonsense to happen in local elections. You hear this woman say that 2 polling units were reported for overvoting. One, which of course they benefited, was cancelled. The other, that the PDP candidate benefited, they allowed. You cannot use the same mouth to say we had a free and fair election in the presidential election, and then now begin to say that INEC is punishing you people. INEC is playing mago in the Guba election. No, I still insist. The example she made, you see, watch the full video. The example she made, the examples of Kanu and then in Abia. Why did she not make examples of APC states? Because who were the element that wanted to usurp the will of the people in Kanu? The sitting government, APC. Who wants to, in all the illegal court injunction in this country, anytime any state is having political issues and you want to hear any court injunction that will come from a place that would scatter everything from Kanu that they bring, Gradu Dollar turn the state to becoming the point of contact where they rise up court injunction overnight. There was one that was even reason on Saturday. On Saturday, they said it came out before midnight on Friday. Not even over here. Again in Abia State, what was the interest of INEC and the powers that be? Again, you see the problem. This is a clear indication. These people are crying now. They say we should shut up, but they can cry.
I mean, you are of the APC. You worked closely with Senator Binani on that election. And you've been asking for a review of the process, but INEC has come out to say there will be on the 15th of April a supplementary election. Is your camp ready?
I would say the camp is ready, but some of us are having some certain, we're not comfortable with it. I will give you a very good example of myself. I'm from Minchika local government, Jigalambu ward, 16 ward that makes up Minchika local government. In one of the polling units, Government Day Secondary School, Jigalambu, there were 2 polling units, and let it be on record. Polling unit 009 and polling unit 003, there was overvoting in these 2 polling units, which obviously when we were called upon, I went there. I asked the INEC staff, either they are the staff or ad hoc staff, what does the INEC law stipulate on overvoting? Which obviously prior to the election, INEC on its own trying to make the public know that if you have one person over and above the beavers, obviously it's overvoting. So polling unit 009 had an overvoting of 1. Polling unit 003 has an overvoting of 2. And there and then, the staff on ground on that collation center in Jigalambu Secondary School, Government Day Secondary School, affirmed, and in the INEC form, it was nil, both APC and PDP. To my amazement, the same polling unit, 009, was included in the PDP, and 003 are going for a rerun. So now, what does section, is it section... I
think it's 51 that talks about overvoting.
That talked about the voting as amended. So are we now going the same word that said, no, this is overvoting, and we're going for another rerun? All what we're saying, and I'm pleading with the INEC chairman, he's a father. He has sisters. He has a wife. And he has a mother. We're just pleading the women of Adamawa State and the Nigerian women. What INEC did in the issue of Ado Dogua in Kano, where they went and now checked the beavers and what have you, and it was authenticated, he won the election. What happened in Abia State? They went through the beavers, and it came that the Labour man won the election. What is so special and peculiar at Adamawa State?
What are you asking for?
What we're appealing with him is that what was done in Kano, Tudunwada Federal Constituency, what was done in Abia, should be replicated in Adamawa.
Well, I mean, the results in 16 local government have already been announced and finalized in Adamawa State. So you are asking for a review of a result that have already been announced. The process has been concluded.
Why will you include a polling unit that has an overvoting? Why will you include it on a rerun? And why would one that has been expunged as due to overvoting included in the PDP vote? I was there.
Couldn't you have waited for a judicial review of the process? Seek a review of that process at the tribunal.
Sir, one of the polling unit, what I'm talking about, one of the polling unit for rerun was cancelled because of overvoting. Then why do you want us to go for a rerun on that? When we had our figures was mutilated. Our figures was mutilated.
Do you have evidence for that?
Of course. Because as of Sunday by 6 p.m., the issue is the Fofore local government. At that time, PDP was leading with about 25,000. But when we went to Fofore, PDP had about 7,509 thereabout. But APC was having 37,000 plus. So when you add 25,000 plus 7,500, you have about 34,000, about 33,000 thereabout. So the difference between her and us, at that time it was 409,909 for APC. And PDP had 406,615. I was shocked to my amazement that in 910, the APC was having 390,000.
Maybe it was a collation of what do you think could have happened?
Only polling unit and only word remaining for that, local government was Fufore. And we saw what happened in Fufore.
What happened?
Because what do you call it? They took, when the crisis became, how I wish it can be on screen. There was confusion there, and they insisted that the man should not,
declare the result.
Declare the result. And he was taken from there to the police station. It's on record, sir. From the police station, and they brought in another different result for him too. And I can say it vividly. We saw it. We knew who are the players.
Who are those?
One of them is the police commissioner, and I stand to be corrected because when I was attacked, when I was attacked, and everybody saw what happened to me.
The video that you're talking about, the man you are talking about, have you identified, been able to confront the person? Are you sure about what you said?
On the Fufore, I wasn't there, but the video was there. But when I was attacked, I went and met him. We were taken away because it's not far away from. My house is just behind INEC. Going home, I was attacked. And one of the security guys said, why don't you go to INEC's office, since the commissioner of police is there and the brigade commander is there. Fortunately, when we came in, we were approaching them. That was when they now put a stop on the Sunday that they will now reconvene on Monday. And the commissioner of police looked at me and said, how sure are you? So to me, I think there were some compromises somewhere.
So you suspect the man?
Yeah, I suspect him.
It's just a suspicion. You've not been able to confirm your...
No, because I was attacked on Sunday at about at about 2 minutes to 12 midnight. The police didn't get back to me till about Wednesday that the commissioner of police has to ask me what happened. When I was with him eyeball to eyeball, and I can say it without mixing word, I told him he was compromised.
So what are you planning?
All what we are saying, and we are all humans, and we believe this is a holy month, both for the Christians and for the Muslims. And we have conscience. Power is transient. All what we are saying, we are pleading with the INEC chairman. What they did in Kano and in Abia, they should do the same to us. What are the interests?
Your team is ready for the supplementary election? You will go there? Or...
I am still challenging that of Minchika. But the one that was cancelled, what is the rationale of bringing it back?
Minchika, Madagali, these are the areas that are the governors...
the governor is from Madagali.
Yeah.
I'm from Minchika.
Yeah.
What happened in Jigalambu ward, polling unit 009 and 003, I was involved, I went there, it was cancelled, but again, it was included.
Do you think that the election process entirely was credible?
No, to me, I was thinking, to a large extent, it was, but with what has happened in my terrain, I think it's not.
They will do to us. They will do to us. We have not rested though. This election we'll fight it to finish. We'll go through the legal procedure, and let's God forbid that for any reason we sit back. You know, it is this country that you hear. Okay, Francis Bacon I even spoke about was the former Attorney General and even Lord Chancellor of England at one point. You will see that. I was even asking my friend, What does our politicians even know? Which Nigerian politician has an autobiography in public place that you can go and read and hear his ideology? You see me talking about people that I've read and studied for years. Talk about people, Theodore Roosevelt. Go and look at Winston Churchill. Go and look at Margaret Thatcher. People that gave services, and the people say you have done well societally. Come and go to the national fund. Whereas our Nigerians buy their way, penetrate their way into public offices. Even when the people say no, they will force themselves on the people. And that's why we don't have Nigerian billionaires who have autobiographies that you can use as template to build in your life. I've been trying to study a lot of Nigerians and Africans and say, even the richest black man, what do you know about him? These guys, government has been the one helping these guys to having all these monies that they have, messed up the system. So it's a dirty society for young minds like me. I'm telling you. I don't think you will realize that if this battle doesn't work. I fought for Nigeria in my little way. I've started giving back society, training young people, developing them. Even my little platform, I've done that. But I can tell you, the most pivotal way to getting societal change is by allowing democratic principles to precede. People should be allowed, people should see that it is what they offer that they get, what they, I don't even know how to say it clearly. I don't know, maybe you just watch the video and share this video. It's annoying, sha. The people will begin to see that people grow through the ranks, give borehole to their community, service loans, give support to indigent students in their little ways, and the people begin to support them to grow so they can begin to do this in the national and international. But who? These guys you don't know anywhere. Someone who was 52 years in 1998 is 71 in 2023, and somebody is defending that in the public place. And you want my children and the children of yours to look back and say there is hope? That's why I see that everybody is doing fraud in this country. Everybody is running to go do fraud. Because what is even the hope? The comedian said that nothing excites an illiterate than seeing those that are educated broke, stranded, and jobless. If this country must get better, we must be to allow our processes to work, our system of good to work. Is annoying. You don't know what we are doing to this country. How do I convince my children that after what they have heard, all these things they have heard about the problem of this country and the support that the donors give to a particular candidate, a certain institution upturn that and give it to who they want, and then tomorrow I want them to go through the process, they have to leave. That's the point. Share this video. Let this video be a testament. I continue to say it. It's a testament to the fact that we have had our voices. I'm not scared of death. I'm not scared of arrest. I will say it the way it is. I will not cross my boundaries. But if you say you want to arrest me or kill me because of these things I'm saying, no problem. You can smash truth to the ground. You can bury it alive, but it will grow again. It will germinate again. It will resurrect again. Did they not kill Jesus? But has that stopped the message of Christ? Arrest everybody, anybody that talks. There is an Igbo man, I don't side him, I don't know why he did what he did, that went on national TV that was recorded saying that he will invite her, but he has been arrested. MC Oluomo, that publicly challenged a certain tribe in this country and said they should not come out and vote. They are not voting candidate. He's working freely. To hell with all of you. And I'll get out.